Booyah!
Booyah!
Hi, folks. I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
We are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
We are going to show you how to improve your balance in only 5 minutes. This is something you can do at home.
Right.
And it's going to help you prevent falls. And it's very important because falls are probably the number one reason we see a lot of the people we see, Brad.
Right.
Because they've gotten injured, and a lot of times after you fall and break something, it's a downhill slide.
Right. The statistics for a broken hip, once you get up in your 70s and 80s, the chance for you to recover from that is not real
100%.
good.
Yeah,
Right.
not you'll recover, but you just won't recover 100%.
Right. So, and your balance actually starts to decline a little bit in your 50s, and I think
I have noticed that.
Yeah, we're both in our 50s, and we noticed that.
We're starting to see it already.
Right. So this is where you can put in your routine whether you're completely healthy, and actually for any age, or if you're recovering from a stroke, if you have Parkinson's disease. These are all excellent tips, and they can be done at home if you follow our instructions. Now, this video is going to be a little more than 5 minutes, so if you're going to make a comment,
it's going to be more than 5 minutes because we're doing commentary with it.
Right, we're mixing it, but once you get the routine down, actually you can do it in less than 5 minutes.
Very good. And if you are new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. And also, if you get a chance, go over to Facebook and like us, Bob and Brad. You got that focused on there?
I got it underlined, Bob in blue.
Yeah, there we go. You like us, we like you, we give you positive vibes. It's all kind of a hippie thing.
Wow.
I don't know.
Say no more. That one never came up before. Okay. So shall we get on with it?
Yeah. By the way, should we mention our Booyah stick?
We should, Bob, because this is a wonderful tool to use when you're working with balance, because you need something to support yourself so you don't fall, and when we're challenging ourselves. So this is...
it's not mandatory. You could do this without it. I don't want people, feel they have to get one.
Right, they're just handy. You could use a cane. There's nothing that works well.
So, and it comes in 2 pieces here, and so you can take it and put it in your luggage. But as we said before, actually we prefer for you to walk through the airport with this, and when you see somebody else with the Booyah stick, you go, Booyah!
Oh.
It's the proper greeting. So, all right, Brad.
Let's get on with the program here. So, what you will want to get is, what I did is I just went down to the local big box store, Menards in this area, and I picked up a piece of white trim. It cost me about $2.37.
For all of them or each one?
For the whole, it was one length.
Oh, it was, and you just cut it up.
Yeah, but I just cut it up into 2-foot lengths, and then I got some pink tape. This is just duct tape you can buy over there in the duct tape area. They make duct tape in many colors. It's nice to have it a bright color, particularly if you're doing with someone that
like
maybe
Parkinson's or their vision is an issue.
Right.
And I'll tell you, having done this, by using tape on the floor, which we did right here. I don't know if you can see that, Liz. Once that tape is on the floor, you can't get the tape off the floor. Yeah. Look at what we've done here.
Yeah.
It's just...
So this is real handy.
This is a nice alternative, and you can put it anywhere, bring it with you, and
precisely
do it outside if you want to do it.
So I have it down on a pattern. You can see it looks like a cross. See, they're just here, and they make it like that pattern, and that's for a specific reason. We're going to actually use it for stepping over. The pattern we're going to start here. This is going to be the start block on the back right-hand corner, and I'm going to take a step forward. Now, if you drag your foot and you move those, that's obviously what you don't want to do, and that's a real common problem, particularly with someone who maybe has had a stroke.
Again, the advantage of using these over tape is that you have to step over these things. You actually do have to pick your feet up.
Yep. So it forces you to elevate as we want to be done. So I'm going to go here and then here. Okay. Here and then here. This is the pattern. Here and then here. And then here and then here. And a therapist, this makes a lot of sense because it forces you to step up, like Bob just mentioned, but we're also going to the left, forward, and stepping backwards, and then to the right again, which really can challenge someone if they've had that stroke or a traumatic brain injury where the mind neurologically splits things in half. And we want to challenge both directions.
And when you're working like in your closet, you're going to have to step back to get, and there's just, throughout the day, in activities of daily living, you are going to make these maneuvers. And if you don't train for them, you're going to fall.
Right. I've just worked with someone who had a total knee replacement. He's 72 years old. as well as he's got early stage Parkinson's, and this is an absolutely perfect thing for him to work on, so that when he's in the house and he's, you know, going like at the kitchen cupboard,
Yeah.
you're stepping side to side, you take a little step backwards. It's a really good thing he had the cane. And if someone isn't steady, make sure you have a belt on.
Yeah, meaning that somebody else is going to be with you
Right.
while you're doing it, especially if you are unsafe. We don't want anybody falling while you're trying to improve your balance.
Precisely. So you're going to actually go ahead, Bob.
Sure. I'm going to go along with
Right.
them.
So, and you know, Bob's going to make sure that I'm safe. And if early on, if the person is
Yeah.
unsteady, that alone can make them feel much more stable. Now, I had to, with my gentleman, I had to give verbal cues because he had Parkinson's. Make sure you take a big step so this foot has room to get here. Because what can happen is the person will take a step here and then
Right.
there's no room. So it forces the person to take appropriate sized steps and then back and then over. So that alone, what you'll do is go forward and you work both directions. You can do that 2 or 3 repetitions depending on how fatigued the person gets. If you're a higher level person and it's time to get rid of the stick, you can still hold on to the stick if you need it and working in. If that's getting easy, you can take the stick here and go over. And when that gets too easy, you actually hold the stick over your head, which makes a pretty significant difference in your balance.
That'd be very tough to do.
Yeah. And again, this is a working level, easy to hard. And then we're going to jump to the next step, Bob. Strictly balance.
Sure.
So it's just strictly balance. Again, you're walking relatively easily, but still you don't feel steady.
What you're saying is this is advanced now.
Right.
This is a little more advanced than what we just did.
The next step up. So we're going to put 1 foot here. Now what I'm going to do is face at a diagonal here, as opposed to my toes not in line with the stick, but
It's in between 2 sticks.
And now I'm going to be balancing on 1 foot. First thing you're going to do is see how you can balance on 1 foot. Now, if you can balance on 1 foot for 5 seconds very easily, then you're ready for this.
Okay.
If you cannot go for 5 seconds, you can do it, but you're definitely going to need
You're gonna be
the
at
stick.
risk.
And you
Yeah.
probably are going to want to have someone holding on to the belt
Sure.
so that you don't fall. And then the pattern is relatively simple. You're going to step forward and just touch your toe here in front. Touch your toe to the right and touch your toe behind you. And then this is a little more difficult. Go across and touch your toe over here. Okay, so it's touch, and there's no definite pattern. You can break it up
Sure.
if you want. And to make this, once you get it like this, you know, I can do this easily. Well, then you can try it without the stick and just have it there ready to go. If you're unsteady, make sure you have someone there to help you out. Here, 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 here. The next step up is go out a little bit farther. Really reach out. And not only are you going to work balance, but we're working strength on the other leg.
Now this is probably for someone who has not had a stroke. Or
Right.
something. This is maybe the average person that wants to improve, and because these are difficult.
Yeah, this is, because when you're reaching out, it requires a lot of strength.
It's almost getting to the point of the athlete a little bit.
Precisely, Bob.
And you could obviously switch ankles then,
Right.
right?
Yep,
You're gonna
for
work
sure.
Both sides.
We're going to start here, here. You know, and if you had one side that was involved, whether it be from an injury or stroke, you're going to start out with the good leg first. If this was my strong leg, now here would be my involved leg. You know, it might be difficult just to do this, and
Right.
we're going to use that stick to hold the balance, and then you continue to progress to a little bit farther, a little bit farther. Boy, going across the midline, you're going to notice that. I mean, my balance is relatively normal. You know, I feel it's pretty good for my age, and this is challenging for me. So you may want to just not even go across the midline
To start off with.
Yep,
Yeah.
and just do the easy ones first. Okay, and you're going to find out if you did this for 5 minutes, your leg's going to get tired. You're going to be fatigued, and if you're recovering from an injury or a stroke, whatever, probably a couple minutes, and you're going to say, "I need to sit down." So have a chair handy so you can sit down and give it a rest if that's your situation.
So again, it took a long time to go through all this, but you know, if you start just doing the exercises alone without talking, you're going to knock this off in 5 minutes.
Oh,
easy.
right.
So,
And then you're going to do that a couple times a day, and you'll find within a week, you're going to notice, you know, tremendous improvements. So make sure you're safe, have someone there to help you out, have a belt, have your stick ready for balance, and you're ready to go.
and remember, Booyah!
Booyah! Oh, Bob, you're killing me.